Talk about young shakes. Chicago 2 representatives. Jesse James. And this is for my city.
Hey, I do it for my city. Dog, I don't plan on going down. If he think I'm going down, then he gone first round. For my city. Dog, I ain't never been a chump. And if he thinking I'm a chump,
hello, this is Lacy Rice with Rice Fame Group. And today's chat with HBCU champions, episode 11, features head coach Sunday Enitan from Shaw University. His women's tennis team won the CIAA Conference Championship this year. How you doing today, Coach?
Yeah, I'm fine, son. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. Can you start off by you telling us a bit about yourself, about your background, your coaching career, and things like that?
Yeah, I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. I came to Shaw University in 1990. I went to Shaw on full ride, and I played for Shaw for 4 years. And after that, and then I was helping my coach there. He's deceased now, Coach Gladwell Williams. And then after that, then my boss, Coach Carter, asked me if I want to take over the program. And then that's all started.
Okay. So have you been there at Shaw since the 90s?
Yeah, I've been here since 1990 as a student. Now I'm a head coach now at Shaw University. I've not been nowhere but Shaw.
Okay. Well, that's always great to hear. You've been able to make that transition from being a student athlete right over into coaching and never having to leave your alma mater.
Yes, sir.
So what brought you to Shaw?
I was recruited by Coach Gladwell from Nigeria. And then when I got here, and I as a tennis player from back home, and then when I got here, and I was got on full ride, and then I played for Shaw for 4 years, and then after I graduated from Shaw, as I told you earlier, and they offered me the job because the guy he died, my head coach died, and they gave me the job, and after that I just run with it. So
okay, so how big is tennis over in Nigeria?
Like in back home in Nigeria, soccer is like number one sport back home, and then followed by other sports. So like everybody can't afford to play tennis because like kind of expensive. Like we back home, I started like a ball boy at the tennis club, and that's why I developed an interest. And then from there, and then I played for Nigerian. I represented Nigeria a couple of tournaments. And like back home, we got like a states. You play tournament each by state, and then from there, and then you go from there.
Okay. So with your team this year, I noticed that your team was highly diverse. Probably one of the most diverse teams of any sport that I've ever seen. So was that on purpose, or was that just something that just kind of happened?
Okay, let me give you a little bit story about that, right? When I was playing for Shaw, Dr. Screen at Hampton, he always have international players. And then when I was playing, we cannot beat them. We always lost to them in the final CIAA. And I was like, okay, when I turned to coach, then I got the idea from him. And that's from there, I just start doing that. So when I started coaching, my first recruited from player is from the other Nigerians. I went back to Nigeria to recruit some guys and some girls. So I got the idea from Dr. Spring, So from there I just run with it, and then I never looked back,
Okay. So can you tell us a bit about your season, how your entire season went this year?
Yeah, it kind of went fine. I only have like like rival just assist me. They kind of next to my program because they trying to have international players too. They kind of get idea from me because tennis here when I first started coaching, right? I used to go to high school begging their parents, hey, can you come and play for sure? And I give you money. And then nobody tell me, oh no, oh we're gonna get back with you. And then I find out they go to like Central and it, like D1 school, right? But guess what? They don't play. They end up transfer to other schools. I was like, why I'm begging you and I'm giving you money? So I'm saying I'm begging you come and play for my program, and I find out later you don't come, and that's what changed my mind. I said, let me go international, and then from there, and then I just run with it, man. So the only excuse me, Shaw, in the past was like Shawan and Shaw, but Shawan moved out of our program now. They went to Carolina, Conference Carolina, so they don't see CIAA no more. So that idea come from me, and then everybody run with it. Shawan now it's John Smith now, you know.
So how many championships have you won?
I won 21 out of 22. I lost in 2013, and then after that, no, I've never lose. I've never lose. I got a 21 ring, championship ring.
Oh my goodness! So Shaw is the power in the CIAA.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, who are your closest rivals there in the conference?
Right now, it just sits me.
Okay. Okay.
So they lost to me in the final in championship match this year. So and I think we beat them 4-0. But they, the game kind of, we play a regular season. We already know how the game is gonna go. So I beat them home and away 4-0, 4-0, and then a championship, and I repeat the same thing. So,
Okay. Okay. Well, that's amazing. That is totally amazing, and we got to and forgive me for not congratulating you right off the bat.
Oh,
but congratulations on your championship.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And more so, congratulations on the I guess the word that we can use is dynasty that you've built there in the conference.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Well, this is a question I have to ask. Is there an overall HBCU tennis championship?
Yes, we have. They have one. They have one every year in Atlanta. So us, HBCU, we meet there in Atlanta for weekend. I'm gonna tell you now. It's like every year. We already have a schedule for this coming year. We're gonna go there September 15 through 18. And all the HBCU, we all meet there for every year. It's a good competition for all the HBCU schools. So competitive and so nice for HBCU to participate, and every year it's so amazing.
Okay. So that's I guess well, I would assume that's Division 1 and Division 2
and Division 3 or all HBCU. We all meet. Yes.
Okay, so does that and I know you're saying all HBCU, so that includes NAIA as well?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, they come there too.
Okay.
Yeah, they come. Yes.
Okay. So who are the top programs when it comes to the all HBCU tournament?
The 2 years in a row now, Xavier, they won both men and women. They have a good program. They won year before. No, because of COVID-19, we didn't go for 2 years, and we just start back again last year now. So 2019, they won, and then 2021, they won again. Both they got the highest point and they won the trophy. So they have a good program. Xavier.
Yeah. I know. Well, I noticed. I kind of followed them this year, and I know that they were one of the top teams in the entire NAIA.
Yes, they really good player. They are a good team, both men and the women.
Okay. So during this journey this year, did you? I assume that you went to the NCAA's.
Yes, we win. We went. We lost to University of Charleston in semifinal because they're really good, and we lost to them. I think we lost to them 4-1, and they went to national, and they lost in final to West Virginia State. So my focus this year is to make it to the final of regional because I'm bringing good players now for this coming season too. So I'm expecting good result because I'm bringing good players for next year.
Okay. So can you explain to us how the scoring and everything goes for tennis, especially for those who are not familiar with tennis?
Okay, like for instance now, if you don't familiar, right? The point like 15 love, first point, and then 30 love, then 40 love, and then next point will begin. Unless it's like if I have the first point, it's gonna be 15 love. If my opponent to the next point, it's gonna be 15 all, and now to the next point be 30-15. If he to the next point, it'll be 30 all. Now to the next point, it will be 40-30. And then make it easy. If he get the next point, it's gonna be deuce. You have to win by 2 advantage and the next point game.
Okay.
But if you don't take no point, it's gonna be 15 love, 30 love, 40 love, and my next point is gonna be game.
Okay. So, in the midst of that, I know that that let me see how should I phrase this. So you have that on the individual and on the part doubles.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Doubles.
So we do the same thing. We do now in the NCAA now they change the rules. Like now we have to they play the doubles first to warm up the player before the single. So doubles first, and then whoever take the point of the doubles. Now they change the rules now. Now it's the doubles count as a 1 point now. Normally it will be 3 points. Now it's 1 point now. So you have to win 2 doubles out of 3 doubles. So whoever got a 1 point and there's 1-0 up, and then we start the 6 single at the same time, and then they do a clinch now. If whoever got a 4-point game will stop the game. It won.
Okay.
Yeah. So they make tennis kind of faster now than before.
Mm-hmm.
And then now if it deals now, there's no more advantage deals. Now the next one is gonna be game. No more add up now. They change the rules now. NCAA like 3 years ago now, 2019. They'll change the rules now. So for D1 school, D2, and then I think JUCO too. So everybody got the same rules now. And in fact, in the doubles now, it used to be 8-game pro set. Now it's 6 game now. So this year is making it so fast now. So they change everything now, making tennis kind of like fast now.
Okay. So when you have your individual play, is it 3 sets or is it 5 sets? Or?
Yeah, 3 sets. No, best out of 3. Yeah, 3 sets. Yeah, doubles is one set now, but singles gonna be 2 out of 3. So if I win first set, my opponent wins second set, and he'll play third set.
Okay. So essentially, when you play doubles, you got to bring it. Period.
Yes, for sure. Yes, sir.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir. You know, doubles kind of like it's like a warm you up for your singles.
Okay.
So you're not by yourself. You have a partner that you communicate with to win, to win that, to win the match.
Okay.
It's fun.
So now, when you play during the season, and then when you go into conference play, is there a difference in the format, or is the format the same way across
The
the board?
same way the regular season. The same way.
Okay.
So we have the rules. We got rules and regulation. The same thing, regular season, and the same thing as championship.
Okay. So how many teams or how many double teams are you allowed to submit?
Okay. Three doubles. Three doubles for each team, and then whoever win two out of that three, that is won that 1 point.
Okay.
Normally, before in the past, I told you it was 3 point, three doubles. Now NCAA they change the rules now. It will be 2 out of 3, and then whoever won 2 out of that 3 doubles is the one that won that point, the doubles point.
Okay. So I have doubles team number one,
doubles team number 2, doubles team number 3.
Okay, and they all play just one set.
One set, yeah, six games.
Okay. All right. Now, okay. Wow. Well, that is very fast.
Yeah, and exactly. And then guess what, though? Whoever won that two out of that 3, whoever see playing, they stop it. No more games. Stop it. So because they can't do that no more because they already got a point. So we stop that match. So it's started so fast now, unless the game tie 1-1. If my team won number 1 single and number 1 double, sorry, and then the other team won number 2 doubles, then we have to wait for number 3 doubles for whoever win that number 3 double won that point. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So do they have all of the doubles teams playing at one time?
One time.
Okay.
We play doubles first and then single after.
Okay. So now, how many singles can you submit?
We got 1 through 6 singles.
Okay.
So if I want the doubles point, right? I'm up 1-0 now. So out of that 6 single, I have to win 3 out of that 6 singles to get a 4 point, and then it's 7 point now. 6 singles and 1 doubles point, that's 7 point, right? So if I won 4-3, then I won the game. Or 5-2, I won. So I'm saying? Okay. Or 4-0, game over.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I definitely learned a lot.
Yeah,
about that.
It is fun, but people think it's so easy until you start holding that racket and oh no, it's not that what you think, Yeah.
Well, I learned about that what you just said myself when I was in college.
Okay.
We actually had a tennis class. I was at a community college, and so I took that tennis class. Had messed around on the court when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Guys is out there just
around. Yes.
Right. And so get to the class, you actually have to learn the game and everything else so you get your grade.
The basic. Yes, sir. You have to learn the basic. Yes.
Yeah, and so I played. Let's say it was fun. It was fun once I learned the basics.
Yes.
And it definitely was not as easy because Arthur Ashe was one of my favorite players. I also used to love John McEnroe and Chris Everett Lloyd. Those were my favorite players.
Okay, I know. Arthur Ashe movie is coming out this Sunday, 9 o'clock on CNN. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
at 9
yeah,
p.m. Yes, sir.
yes. And so that, I said he was one of my favorite players. I, of course, never got to see Althea Gibbs play back in
Okay.
the day.
Okay.
Excuse me. But you know, that of course tennis is one of those sports that most people did not associate with blacks or African Americans, and especially in this country. But
Mm-hmm.
then of course here comes along the Williams sisters.
Mm.
So what was the effects of the Williams sisters on tennis, as far as you're concerned?
Ah, to be honest with you, that's a big. It's really big for, I don't know, maybe for us, because it's this sport is for the other side, because we just lucky to be blessed to see Serena Williams, their father who mold them from the youth and the sports, and they come to the big stage of this game. It's phenomenal, man. It's so big for us, man. And I can't say more than that, man. It's so good. I know now they kind of almost get to retirement, but they see their footprint is still there, man. Serena Williams won about 21 Grand Slam. That's big. That's so good. That's so big, man. You know. So I took my hat off for them, and I can't say more. It's so good, man.
Well, I mean, of course, we talk about her singles career, but she and Venus won a slew of doubles
Doubles,
titles,
yes, sir. They
and
do
I think they got a gold medal in doubles,
in
and
doubles and the Olympics. Yes, yeah.
yeah, so
Now,
they were,
now, and now now I think they live behind Coco. What's the name? Coco. What's the name? Coco. What's the name?
yeah,
What's yeah,
I got her last name.
yeah, Coco. Yeah. So she she gonna be really good, because guess what now? In the at the French Open, he lost in the final. So, and she just turned to what, 18? Yeah. So that's gonna be next Serena Williams and Stephens. Yeah. They're in the right track for us to look after them, because they're gonna be real, because Coco is young, and then I think she's gonna do good. She's gonna do really good. Now I think they changed our coaches now. She got coaches now. She got good people behind her now. So she gonna go far, man. She gonna really go far now. You know.
Well, yeah, let's hope that she maintains that momentum,
Yes.
because it says Serena and Venus, what they did, and I said I remember watching them. I remember people making excuses and everything else,
Yeah.
trying to gain an advantage on just little Venus, when she, little young teen girl coming out here beating these grown women, had her
Mhm.
beads in her hair.
Yes.
Oh, she shouldn't wear those beads. She shouldn't
Yeah.
do
I
this. Oh,
do
that's
do that. I
distracting. And
know. I know.
like, no, that's just a young lady coming out there whipping you. That's
Yes.
all it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. You know. Yeah. But I'm so impressed I'm so impressed what their dad did, more them from the youth to the championship, and then Grand Slam. She got 21 Grand Slam. That's a lot. 21 or 22. I think 22 now. I know it's one of them. 21 or 22.
Right. Well, I remember when Serena first came on, and her dad said that she was going to be much better than Venus. I didn't believe it at the time because Venus was just so phenomenal. Nobody could beat Venus.
Yeah.
And then well, he knew his girl, so
he said it's gonna be the number one, number two in the world. Y'all watch, and it happened.
So yeah, like I said, so do a lot of your tennis players use them as role models? No matter what race they are.
Yes, sir, they do. Yes, for sure, for sure. Everybody got their own people that they like to, every tennis player got their own role model, and then because of what they are, so they do. Yes, for sure, they do.
Okay. Yeah, because I said I've kept up with tennis for quite a while. Like I said, I told you, my interest came in, back when Arthur Ashe was playing. And then there was, John McEnroe,
Jimmy Connors.
Yeah, Jimmy Connors and Andre. Now I'm gonna tell you this too. Andre Agassi, that was my guy. When I told you about my tennis class that I took. I love Wild Thing so much. That's the racket that I had. I had a racket model after his.
Model for Andre Agassi. Oh wow.
Right, and so that was the guy, and I guess I like the guys that were not just the normal type guys that you see out there. I like the guys that were kind of flashy and and so now I did not try to pattern some of the things that McEnroe did because he was kind of outlandish.
McEnroe is like Coach Knight for basketball. If you look at it,
yeah,
they got similar mentality, man. Both of them,
right? And I never thought about it until you said that.
I'm telling you, Coach Knight and McEnroe, they do the same crazy stuff, man.
Right. And I guess that to me that's just part of the entertainment. That's part of what made tennis more interesting. Just like Bob Knight. Now I'm from Kentucky, and so Indiana, Kentucky, that's a rivalry, and so I admired Bob Knight. I admired his style, especially when he threw that chair out there on the basketball court.
You fling that from way from. Nobody can do that now. Nobody can do that no more. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think so. He's gonna be gone forever.
Right. And I when I coached basketball, I kind of modeled myself after Bob Knight until a referee told me I had to tone it down or get kicked out the game. So but I also saw Bob Knight, another side of Bob Knight that a lot of people didn't see. A friend of mine was being inducted into a National Basketball Hall of Fame, and Bob Knight was there, and he was inducting a friend of his into that Hall of Fame. And he sat down and told some story. Bob Knight was the most entertaining person that I had seen in a lot. I actually thought that he could have probably had a career as a professional comedian if he had wanted to.
You serious?
Yes, wow. He was hilarious. He had the entire auditorium in stitches.
Yeah. Wow.
And so like I said, I like those type people. Of course, like I said, Venus and Serena, they were colorful and they were definitely different and everything else. And so, is that something that you encourage with your players as well as individuality and within the context of a team?
Yes, but it's the less we can do because if you have official, they're gonna penalize you. They might stop you playing, because of the rules. There's less you can do while you're playing. Like when you're playing, you can go across the net to when you have a dispute on point, you have to stay on your side. Your opponent has to stay on the other side because if you cross over the net, they're gonna they'll penalize you. You might not you cannot you can't play anymore. They'll stop the match. So it kind of because it's college tennis level, so we have so many rules that are by the games now.
Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, and from what you've already described, it's a lot different than the professional level.
Yes, sir, for sure. Yes, because they with the college players is different to the professional level, exactly. So and then they got so many rules now that you are you have to be calm while you're playing. You can talk loud. You can't talk your language. You got to be English. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Like for instance, now I'm telling you the truth, man. If even if you talk your language, you have to be. You can't know your. We can't hear that language out. They're gonna penalize you for point. Yeah, you can't speak other language but English, man. Do you know that?
Oh wow!
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, because they might think you say something like abusing, and then so they say number English. So they made NCAA makes that rules for all college players, all college tennis players. They made that rules. Number English. If you're gonna speak your language, you have to say like silently, and especially when you're playing doubles, you have to say it to your partner, and that the other guy, other team cannot hear what you're saying. So if they hear that and the official hear that, they'll penalize you for point. So it's kind of tricky.
Wow! I'm
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised that I'm surprised there hasn't been a lot of blowback on that.
Yeah. So we complain that because in the past we used to complain. Well, what do you mean? No, I can speak my language. They say no, you cannot speak your language. None but English. Man. So what can you do? That's the rules. We got to go by.
Yeah, yeah. So besides that, how is NCAA different than um, amateur international tennis?
NCAA,
Yes,
like oh,
like
because
like like amateur, let's say amateur competitions across the continent of Africa
mhm.
or European amateur tennis. How are they different?
The NCAA because I'm not sure because they it's like they play for money too, but they don't really take the money. The same thing here at the NCAA. In the past, you cannot play for no money because you are a college athlete, right? I think they changed that now, so we can win the money, but we can't take the money. You have to donate the money to charity. You can't take the money. So they change the rules now. NCAA changed the rule in the past now. So it's kind of crazy, but what can you do? So now, because if you got the money in the past, they found out you got the money. They suspend it for 1 year or 2 years of your college for your eligibility. They take 1 year away from you. It depends how much money you won or how much money game you play, right? They lose the money. They'll be like, okay, you got $5,000 in this tournament, then you have to take that money, donate that money to charity, or they're gonna suspend you for 2 years. So I'm saying, so now it's kind of crazy. So now, now you can play for money now. They don't care no more. So it's kind of crazy now. They change the rules now. So now the rule
Okay.
changes now.
So has the new NCAA AA rules concerning athlete images. Has that affected your program, or has that affected your athletes at all, as far as being able to get paid for their image?
Yeah, in the past it was. Yes, in the past. So a couple of my players, I remember one guy from Colombia. He played for tournament back home in Colombia, and he got money. So when he came down here, when he do amateurism stuff on the NCAA, and they found out he played that tournament, he got the money. So they have to suspend him for 1 year. So he only played 3 years for me. See what I'm saying? So that's different now. Yeah, because they suspend him because he played for money and all that stuff. So yeah.
Okay. So let's switch gears real quick.
Okay.
And talk about something that's become a hot topic in athletics across the board. That's mental health.
Yes.
And I said, just from that class that I took, I found out then you have to be a thinking player to play tennis. How does mental health figure in what you do as a coach? How do you keep up the good, stable mental health for your athletes?
I think mental health is real now. So, Shaw University, we have a program now. They are on campus, right? And they all some athletes. When they find out, they have a problem on mental health. They have a program now. We can go sit down with the ladies. I think they got 2 people now, and that we have an office now on campus now that look after them now. So I give kudos to Shaw University, to the president, to my boss, my AD, and then to athletic department. So because it's real now, so we have to look after that, because you don't want that to happen to one of some of your players. They can be focused on the court or in the classroom, So and now they got help now. So I think I don't know where they send them to, maybe to a hospital or maybe to somewhere else. But I know we have an office here on campus now that deal with that now. On my end, I don't have no problem about mental health, but when your team are playing, my heart's always beating all the time. For my doctor prescribed some medicine for me to calm me down. So I'm saying, so that's what, and I'm using that every time before the game, after the game, to calm me down. And then I've been using that for a long time now. So it's real. It's real. So, and then I'm so glad that Shaw University, they have their office here on campus. I don't care what athletes, football, basketball, tennis, track and field, volleyball, and they find out that happened, then that's where they send them to, and then they talk to them one-on-one. They find out what caused, what's the problem, because I'll be honest with you, it's real, man,
Okay. So, as far as the thinking aspect of tennis, can you go more into details on some of the psychology of being a tennis player?
Like, well, let me get that question one more time. So tell me one more time.
Can you talk more about the psychology of being a tennis player, some of the strategies that tennis players have to think about while they're out there on the court?
Oh, okay. Like, for instance now, like when I put them on the court, right? So they have to go, they have to look in the player they're playing, right? What their weaknesses. That's what you mean, right? So that's why they're gonna attack when they play. Because, so for instance now, some other players, they might have a good forehand and bad backhand. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I tell my player, you have to attack that backhand that is weakness. So that gives my player more morale, more more high energy to really focus. What I tell them, my coach is telling me this. Oh, that's what I'm going to do when I go on the court. So I have to talk to them after the warm up. No, they got 10 minutes warm up, right? So she looking or he looking our opponent, what is their weaknesses, and that's what we we capitalize on.
Okay. So you can kind of pick up things just even during warm-ups.
Yes, for sure. Because guess what now? They change NCAA, they change the rules now. We have to we have to warm up like, well, for instance, now if I'm going to play Bluefield State at the West Virginia, right? So I go a day before I play the next day, right? So our match is 2:00. We go get the lunch by 12 o'clock, and we drive there by maybe like we get there by 1 o'clock. So the food digest for like maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes. We have to warm up 1 hour before we play. So NCAA, they change the rules now. There's no more warm up now before the match. You cannot warm up with the player with the opponent now. No, the rules are changing now. I'm honest with you. So now I have to leave earlier to go and warm up for 1 hour because guess what? My players, they love to warm up for at least 1 hour. So if the game is at 2 o'clock, we start 1 o'clock to 1:45, and then we start play at 2 o'clock. So opponent, the official give them the ball, lover, play 2 o'clock. You see what I'm saying? No more warm up. So when now it's kind of hard for us now to know their weaknesses, but this is what I do, right? After the 2 games, I know what is the opponent weaknesses now. See what I'm saying? Because there are no more warm-ups with the opponent. They shut it down now, no more. So when they start playing, and I'll be like, okay, hey, Michael, the game that you're playing or the game that you're playing, our backhand kind of suspect. Go more to the backhand to get your point more from from there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when and then he or she pick up. You know what I mean? Yes. To go against their weaknesses. That's it.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm a coach. I coach a different sport, but isn't there physical risk to athletes if they don't warm up before they actually compete?
Yes, it does. So that they got injured. That's what they'll tell you. Yeah, some of the players they got injured because they are not enough warming up. So that's what I do. I leave 1 hour before I play, right? Okay, I leave at 12 o'clock hotel. We get something to eat, and then it digests for like 30 minutes. We don't normally get like Subway, we don't eat big for lunch. Subway, so just sandwich, right? So that can digest faster, right? And then warm up from 1 o'clock to 1:45, and then we're okay. They're okay. Because if you don't warm up, you can get injured anytime. You can get like wrist or elbow injury or some injury, type of injury, Yes. That's the same thing in tennis.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, and honestly, I got like I said, just during that class, it did teach me a lot about tennis, of course, that I never knew. And fortunately, our teacher, she was a professional player. Okay. And so she was able to teach us a lot of things.
Yeah.
One of the things that did happen, I already had a bad knees before I started playing.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, and I had never seen this happen before, and maybe it had, and they just didn't say anything about it on television.
Mm-hmm.
My foot kind of got caught on the court, and so my knee went one way, my foot stayed where it was.
Wow.
So I twisted my knee, and that kind of kept me out from being able to play for a couple weeks.
Okay.
And so that's why I was asking about that warm-up part.
Yes.
You know, it seems like, you know, that doesn't make sense, especially, you know, with it, like you said, with them having all the swinging and running and everything.
You know, all coaches will complain about that, but NCAA they don't care. They just make that rules. No more warm up again with your opponent. You have to warm up before you start playing. So it's now D1, D2, and then everywhere. Even HBCU, a tournament, that's the same rules. I have to do the same rules. No more warm up. You got to warm up before you get on the court now. Yes. Okay, in the past, you can warm up 10 minutes with your opponent, and then you start playing. But and guess what, right? What's so funny now? If like for instance, I have a 6 court, right? If I play men and women the same 6 court, the 3 court be women's doubles, and the other 3 court men's doubles, right? So anywhere when we finish the doubles, I have to put my 1, 2, 3 to 3 cards for the women, 1, 2, 3 cards for the men. So other team they have to wait, other player have to wait to put 4, 5, and 6, right? So now 4, 5, and 6 they got 10 minutes warm up because they've been sitting down not playing. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So NCAA make their rules now. So whoever didn't play 1, 2, 3, so 4, 5, and 6 they got 10 minutes warm up now.
Okay. Wow. I said, you know, I'm glad I don't coach under those conditions because I know that
you can get injured. You know, if you are warming up, you can get injured easily. You know, the knee, the elbow, the wrist, all that stuff. You know.
So how many athletes do you have on your teams, on your men and your women teams?
For this coming season, or right now, this coming season, right?
Well, yeah, this year.
Okay, I lost 4 guys for graduation, and then I have 8 girls and 8 guys. That's only I can have on my team because of the scholarship wise. I can't get more than 8 players. So this past season now, I lost 4 girls and I lost 5 guys on graduation. So now I'm bringing 5 guys and 4 girls now, different country.
Okay. So now this is one thing that kind of struck me that your SID mentioned to me, that the CIAA does not have a singles championship on the women's side. So can you talk about some of your athletes, who your top ladies were, and you know, and just the team as a whole?
My number 1 girl, she's from Argentina. She only one got full ride, so she's really good, and she supported won the Player of the Year because when we went to play the roundup at Bowie, she didn't play good that day because we didn't play 3 sets. They only played 8-game pro set because it rained from Friday we got there till Saturday. No, it's supposed to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Saturday it rained all day and then it stopped again, and we have to short the matches. You know, we can't play best of 3, so we have to play 8-game pro set. So my number 1 girl lost to Bull State girl, and then she beat my player, and then she beat John Smith number 1. So they give her the Player of the Year, but she won the play what do you call it? The tournament MVP. Sorry. So she really good, and then she played number 1 singles and number 1 doubles.
Okay.
So what do you mean we don't have a single? SID to you. I don't understand what you said.
Well, because I had asked about who won the singles championship.
Oh,
and
like number one player, like
yeah,
like MVP.
Well, yeah, or if they're because I know you were telling me that you got to play doubles first, then you play singles.
Yes.
But so the singles on the singles, do they have a tournament on the single side
Oh
to
no no no
determine
no
who
no
the
no.
number?
That's a oh no, that's a flight. We don't do no flight no more. They stop. I see what you're saying now. I understand what you're saying now. Oh, no more flight. So everybody now it's like knockout now. Singles, you lose, you're gone. So now number one, two, three, four, five, and six, we play. There's no. I understand what you're saying. There's no more flight. No, that was flight then. No, they don't. We don't do that no more. Saturday. No,
Okay, okay.
no.
So who are some of the other players on your team?
It was what?
Who are some of the other players on your team besides
Oh,
the young lady from Argentina?
oh, I got Michelle Blaha. She from Argentina. I got Anthony Jan Anthony Jevic from Serbia. I got another lady from Turkey. Her name is Sivo. I got another lady from Colombia, Delgado. I got another lady from Botswana, Africa, Tandy Kololo. I got another lady from Zimbabwe, Tandy, no, Kumari Mayoga. I got another girl from India, Shetna Kumari. So my team is diversity, man. So I got all of them, all of them. And
So
guess
you,
what? They all get along now. They all get
mhm,
along because I told them, and what's funny, so because in class, most of my players are 3.9, 4.0, right? So I don't have to worry about me run after there to do study all that stuff. We don't. My team don't do study hall, whatever they call it, study hall, whatever, because they are all IGPA. The CIAA, we are IGPA every year. Shaw University, men and women, but now it's women now. We want IGPA every year. So this year they don't have it because of COVID. I asked them, I said, why you don't have it? Because next year they're gonna have it now. So I'm not worried about them in the classroom. No, I don't. Never ever worry. Because they are always ISGP, every year. So I'm not worried.
okay. So so do you have any events since you have, like I said, you probably have the most diverse team I've ever seen in any sport. So do you have any activities where they get together to share each other's cultures?
Yes, we do. We do. We have international here, so it's an international week. So that's where everybody, they do different food, different music, different like like souvenirs. And, yeah, we'll have it here, sure, for sure. Yes, they all get together and then on campus and then international week. Yeah, we do. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Well, I might have to come up there once this
Yeah,
pandemic subsides. I might have to come up there.
everybody bring their flag. Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I just
fun.
want to sample some
Yeah,
of
it's
I just want to sample some of all that food.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, yeah, you can get it. You can get it. Yeah, you can get it. That's
O-
fine. No problem. Mhm.
Okay. So now, as far as surfaces, can you explain the differences in surfaces that you play on?
Okay. Now we don't play on clay court. All the NCAA prefer you to play on hard court. Yeah, we don't. No, that's on clay court. It's out of it. Any school you play, you go play. NCAA making rules. You have to be on hard court, so you can't play on the clay. Yeah.
Okay. So what? I mean, was there a reason that you can't play on clay courts, or?
Because I think there's rules by NCAA. They all these schools that have a court. I don't have no court. I use the city court, city of Raleigh. So that's what I use, and it's all hard courts. And since the NCAA make the rules that nobody play on clay, and that's what all everybody use. Even tennis balls now, you can use certain balls now. NCAA make you have to use US Open extra duty, US Open ball now. Yes, black can. You can't use the yellow can. You cannot use at all. If you buy the yellow can, you cannot use it. Official, they're not going to use it. You have to buy. You have to tell your AD, your boss. You have to get the US Open on Western US Open. Yeah, tennis balls.
Okay. So, I mean, does that affect the rackets? Do your are your players still allowed to have like, or do your players have custom made rackets, or do they just kind of maybe go to a store and try different type of rackets, or?
They do what they call let me see if I can remember demo. Yeah, before they buy the racket and see which one is fit right, which one is fit better, and that's what they buy. Because I don't buy a racket. They buy their own racket. Everything else, sure, give to them. From head to toe, we give them, But racket, I don't buy. They buy their own racket. From everything else, we provide.
Okay. So, do you require them to have a certain number of rackets?
Yes, sir. 2 to 3. You can have one racket. But if one racket pop, what you gonna do? You gonna go borrow a racket from other player? No, I don't abandon. So, and I don't 2 or 3 racket. And most of the players, they buy 4 or 5 racket now. Yes, most players now. Most of my players, they got at least 4 rackets for sure. 4 rackets. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I mean, even though you don't play on clay courts,
Mm-hmm.
what is the difference playing on a clay court versus playing on a hard court?
Okay, clay court is kind of like a duct, and the hard court is like a concrete. See what I'm saying? Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
Yes.
So it affects the flight of the ball and everything else.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
For bouncing.
So are clay courts slower? Much slower than
the hard. Yes, for sure. Yeah, slower. And hard court is faster than clay court.
Okay. And then of course I would assume that a grass court is slower than a clay court.
There you go. Yes, you got it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when we see now, because Wimbledon, that's grass courts.
Grass court. Yes.
Okay, and Australia, that's clay. Those are clay courts.
Clay court. Yes. No. Australia is hard court.
Okay.
French Open is clay court.
Okay. So
Yeah.
So
the one Nadal won this year. Nadal is king of clay. Yeah.
So, okay. All right. So I got it now. I never.
And then US Open is hard court.
Okay. So now I understand now, because that was one of the things I didn't know even after taking that class.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know what the differences were. I just knew there were different surfaces
Mm-hmm.
that the professionals played on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but thank you very much for explaining that.
Yeah, no problem, sir. No
Yeah,
problem.
you definitely educated me. Okay,
No
so now as far as your recruits coming in, can you talk about some of them?
Okay. All of them like transfer from D1 school and another D2 school. They come in. They can transfer. So I don't do much of freshman. I can do freshman, and I can have it for 4 years, right? So most of them, this is what I do. If I get you for 2, 3 years, I'm good because they play 2 over there in that school or 1 year over there, and they come here to play 3 years, and I'm fine with it, you know. So most of my players bringing this coming season, they all transfer from D1 junior NIA school, and then D2. Yes.
Okay. So are they coming to you from the, or do you get them from the transfer portal, um um or do they just, kind of contact you?
Yeah,
How's a lot of that?
they contact me that they want to come to my program, and then that's where I start talking to them. They send me their videos, and oh yeah, okay, I pick some of them that really that can help my program. That's what I do, you know. So they do, yeah, they on transfer portals, and they do when we finalize that, agree on the scholarship, and that's what we start doing the admission process. Yes.
Okay, okay. Well, that's great. Because I know everybody can't make that work, to their advantage that way. But that's great to see that you're able to do that, and like I said, maintain your dynasty that you have there in the conference.
Yes, sir.
So the transfer portal evidently benefits you. Have you had athletes that have left you through the portal, or do they just primarily come to Shaw and they end up staying?
They end up staying. I only got one girl now that she transferred to some school in Florida. And then she didn't like, I don't know, the city, something like that. And then our parent cannot avoid the money that she paying. She paying $10,000, and I'm giving her 16,000. So she want less scholarship, and I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So the one I'm bringing now, they paying more money that I can avoid, because I have to go by my budget. Something I can't exceed my budget. So most of my players, they pay money, and I give them, that Shaw is $26,044, including room and board, books, and insurance. So most of the players that come into my program, they pay cash, and I give them the whatever score the rest of the month. You know.
Okay. Well, since you did mention academics earlier, I do want to ask you, what are some of Shaw's top academic programs?
Um, like this, sure they have a rules now, right? I'm gonna tell you now, right? If you're athlete, right, you can't get both now. You gotta get one or the other. You have most athletes, most of my tennis players, we can't get academic and get athletic courses. That's sure rules, and I'm fine with it. So that's what most of my players, all my players bring money, and I give them the scholarship money, because we can't get academic. Even if they got 4.0, they can't get academic. Even they got higher GPA, because sure got their own, they got own academic scholarship that they give to regular students that they have a budget with, and we can't mess with it. You know what I mean? So we have to give them academic money, scholarship money for athletics, and then that's how I work out short now. So they can't get both, man. It's either academic or athletics.
Okay. Okay. Now, but what are some of the top majors there at the university?
I think they as the CIS, that computer science, math, I think physics and biology. Those are the top, yeah. So the top major here now. I'm sure.
Okay. 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 And so you say you're there in Raleigh, which you know, it's a nice size. That's a nice size town. So,
Yeah, we're in
uh,
downtown. We're in downtown Raleigh.
oh, okay, right down. So there,
Right.
I would assume there are a lot of activities going on around the university, just
Oh,
on
yes,
a
sir.
regular
Yes, yes, yes.
basis.
We're right in downtown. It's a walking distance to downtown Raleigh. About as much 5 minutes. They got everything around them. Yes.
Okay, so that you know, for a student that might be looking for a university to attend, whether you know whether they're athlete or not, you know, and they don't want to be bored, Shaw
Yeah.
would be a good pick for
Good.
them.
Yeah, because guess what, right? When I'm recruiting my student athletes, right? First thing they ask me, how about the city? I'll be like, we're in downtown Raleigh. We're out of downtown Raleigh, North Carolina. And we're one of the HBCU top first HBCU school in the South, you know? I'm like, oh, okay. And then they look in the website and they say, oh, that's true. Coach is telling the truth. We're in downtown Raleigh. You can go, you can walk to downtown, and we got everything you want to see in downtown. You know, yeah, I'm used to that as you know, as my advantage. You know,
Right,
yeah,
right,
you know, they don't come here and come and get ball. You know.
right. Well, how was it for you when you came over from Lagos over to Raleigh? What kind of adjustments did you have to make?
Ah, a lot. The big adjustment. Yeah, but when I first got here, I was like, oh no, I'm going back to Nigeria next week because because I, I'll be honest with you, man. Because I was like, oh no, 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 no. So because we stay in the dorm, cause and then I told my coach, me and my other guy, we came together. His name is Moses, and then they put out in the dormitory, right? And they went to the cafeteria, right? We kind of, cause we don't, the food is kind of different to what we eat in Nigeria. So and then that time we were so lucky. So we talked to my coach, and coach talked to the president, and then the president that time he loved tennis. He loved tennis, man. So like, this is what we're gonna do, right? And they rent us apartment behind shore, so we can cook our food. We can, we can be focused. But we, luckily for us, it's like a walking distance to shore, And then I think they pay the rent, so we have to cook our own food. So we were so blessed, man. We are so blessed, I'm telling you. So they moved us from the dorm to the apartment, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So the changes is it's different now. So you know.
Okay. So how long did it take you to adjust to American food, or and like I said, I know Raleigh, being a big town, you had diverse dishes there.
Yes, we do. So it's about then when I first got here, right? I don't take me.
Yes.
It take me a little while. I'm not maybe like 6 months. Yeah, kind of 6 months. And but we eat food in the cafeteria, but we still gotta go home and cook our own food. You know what I'm saying? So because we don't want to waste the money that the scholarship money they give us, because they give us food right. So we have to eat in the cafeteria, sit, interact with students, and then we got friends, and then we have to go home and cook our own Nigerian dishes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that and I guess I never really thought about that until you started talking about Shaw being situated in Raleigh, close to downtown and everything, and with you having such a diverse team,
Yeah.
all of a sudden that it's like, well, I wonder how the adjustment was, coming to a large American city.
Yes.
It's not New York City or
Mhm.
Chicago, but
Yeah.
it's still a large town.
But guess what now, right? The soccer team, they got at least 80 guys and 80 girls all over the world now. The volleyball, the same thing. Tennis. So short now is like diversity university now. It's diversity, man. Because we got so many international students now. It's so good for international, because because in the past, not that many, but now soccer team, I think they got at least I know they got 200 students, at least 200 for all over the world.
Wow.
I only got 16, and then volleyball, and then track. Yeah, so it's good.
Okay. Okay.
So they
Well,
mean that
I'll definitely,
they feel at home now. They feel like they are home
right.
because they got everybody see each other and then interact and then we go to football game and then good vibe. Yes, it's so good, so good. Everybody come to
Okay.
your game. They come and support your game. If I'm playing tennis, the soccer team will come and watch my team to support my team. If soccer playing, we go there and support them. Football playing, it's nice. It's so nice. It's nice.
Okay. So I'll definitely have to come down there and visit you then, and like I said,
Oh,
especially during that international week,
oh yeah, you're
because
welcome.
I
You're
love
welcome.
international
Anytime,
food.
anytime, sir. Anytime, sir. Anytime. Maybe you can eat Nigerian food too. The jollof rice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And I mean I have Nigerian friends here. My last degree was at the University of Louisville.
Okay,
And while I was there, I was with the track team
okay,
as a volunteer coach. And
okay,
so we had student athletes from a few different
African.
African countries, as well as we had a black English
Okay,
athlete as well, who
okay.
was all American. I think he might. I think he might have been a national champion.
Wow.
But there was a day in this building that we call the Red Barn. It was called African Day,
Okay.
or it was an African event,
Yeah.
and so these different students from different countries in Africa
African. Yeah.
had prepared
The
different
food.
dishes,
Yes.
right?
That's what I'm saying. We have
And
we call it International Day here.
yeah, yeah, and so I really enjoyed that. I mean, we have a few different restaurants in Louisville as
Okay.
well. Oh, not Sudan, Sinhalese,
Senegal.
Sinhalese, and,
Yeah.
and some others,
Okay.
and so whenever I'm there, and need to want to go out to eat,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll stop at a restaurant, an international restaurant, whether it's
Okay.
there. We have Cuban restaurant,
Okay.
um,
Oh
you
wow.
know, a whole lot of different types. And
Yeah.
so that's what I like to eat, different types of food.
Do you like spicy food?
Oh yes.
You like
Oh
spicy?
yes.
Good.
Yes.
Then you can eat Nigerian food then.
Yeah.
But we like spicy. Yeah, we like spicy food. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so like I said, I really value international athletes, and I value the global community as a whole.
Yes.
And
That's
so
big.
yeah, and so we can learn so much from each other,
Yes, sir.
and so like I said, I was just amazed when I saw the championship picture of your team. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. And all these guys all internationals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, as I get ready to draw this interview to a close, this is a time for you to talk about any of your assistant coaches and anyone else who helps contribute to your program.
Um. Right. I'm by myself for a couple of years now. I don't have an assistant coach, but this year my boss already put in the budget to have an assistant come from this season. So, but my AD George Nurse, my president, they've been really supportive for my program since I've been here. And Dr. Dealers, she top notch. You know, they all everything, not but no 100%. Anything I ask for, they supportive. My AD, Dr. Dealers, president. I'm so glad. I'm still here because I love what I do, and then they take care of me. So I can't complain.
Okay. And final time for you to give anybody a shout out that you would like to give a shout out to.
Shout out to Miss Monroe, our secretary. She's one of the best here at Shaw. And shout out to my AD, George Nurse. And shout out to my brother, Lai. He's supportive of everything I do here at Shaw. And I'm glad I have them around me. And I'm so blessed. And I keep doing what I do until everything, went up. I'm so glad I'm here though. I'm impressed. I'm thank you for having me for this program, and then God bless.
Okay. Well, I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Antoine Lynch, your SID.
I'm sorry, Antoine, and him too. I'm sorry, because he's the one that put this together. I'm sorry, yeah.
But I definitely want to give him a shout out because he's been great. Getting with me and giving me this opportunity to talk to you and to meet you and to get that invitation to International Week. That I'm definitely going to take.
Yes. Yeah. That'd be good.
But I definitely enjoyed, learning about Shaw tennis program, as well as tennis as a whole from the NCAA side, because I had no idea about all these changes and the effects of them. Of course, some of them were definitely good. Me as a coach, some of them I do have to question. But overall, like you said, it made the game faster.
No, yes,
which
sir.
I think that'll be interesting, probably for a lot of people, just to have it as more of a spectator sport for your sideline spectators, the ones that are not diehard tennis fans. Being able to see those matches go by quickly. I think that should be able to draw in more people, and that's probably the reason that they did that. I would assume that might have been a reason.
Yeah, you have to be some reason, because they do all across the board,
Right. So, with that said, I do want to thank you, Coach, for taking out time from your busy schedule to talk to us and to teach us, more about your sport and about your dynasty there at Shaw. And we do wish you all the best in the future.
Yeah, thank you for having me, sir. And God bless.
God bless too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Now I'm talking about young shakes. Chicago 2 representatives. Just change. And this is for my city.
Hey, I do it for my city. Dog, I don't plan on going down. If he think I'm going down, then he gone first round. For my city, dog, I ain't never been a jumpin'. If he thinking I'm a jump, watch him get his head lump. For my city, dog, I don't plan on going down. If he think I'm going down, then he gone first round. For my city, dog, I ain't never been a jumpin'. If he thinking I'm a jump, watch him get his head lump. For my city, cause I feel like I love her so much, like I owe her so much, but supplying her touch. I I will always respect her. I will never neglect her. Bet you hear her name in like every one of my records. No, I'm not stunting, ain't no future in your frontin', right? Gotta get this money, watch me get it all night. Planet flying top flight, higher than space stations. That's why I gotta grind, cause I need it and I hate waiting. Really, I was debating, didn't think I could make it. Now that I know I'm capable, y'all can love it, I hate it. Oh, for my city, I'm baking, I'm holding about 50. And if I blow 50, then it's all for my city.